As we reported last night, two children, just 3 and 5 years old, were found dead inside a Kaukauna home Monday morning. Tonight, police are saying the victims, Danielle and William Byer, died from injuries that were intentional.
NBC 26's Eric Crest has been following this tragic story all day today and has the very latest from Kaukauna. Eric?
John and Nina, it was about 7 a.m. on Monday morning when 911 dispatchers received a call from someone inside that home just behind me. And today police are saying on the other end of the line was someone calling, claiming that their children needed help. Here off of the 1200 block of Crooks Avenue in Kaukauna, neighbors say nothing was out of the ordinary early Monday morning. That is until the news broke that something tragic had actually unfolded.
Never heard anything. It's very sad.
Police say 5-year-old William Byer and 3-year-old Danielle Byer were found dead inside of this home with what they describe as suspicious injuries.
Anytime a death occurs due to intentional injuries, it is shocking to the community, but when the victims are children, it's unbearable.
A day later, investigators were working the lawn of the home, but police are releasing few other details and at this point say no arrests have been made.
I understand people want answers as to what occurred. Our investigative team, along with multiple other agencies, at this time are working to get answers to these questions.
Police are confirming that they have already spoke with both of the children's parents, but with no arrest made and an ongoing active investigation, many are still waiting for answers.
I just hope that they figure out what had happened.
And tonight, the police department continues to ask for the public's help in finding out what happened here. Now, if you have any information that could help the Kaukauna police, they encourage you to reach out to them. In Kaukauna, Eric Crest, NBC 26.
We are following an NBC 26 weather alert. We got the snow, and now we're going to get some more cold. We have a wind chill advisory that has been issued for Langlade County. That's where the coldest wind chills will be later on tonight into tomorrow morning. Wind chills right now are above 0 in Green Bay. It feels like 13 degrees, but off to the north and west, wind chills have dropped below 0, and that's what we're going to see as we move into tomorrow morning. Most of us will head out the door to work and school with wind chills in the teens below 0. So when you combine frigid temps with gusty winds, we're going to be looking at wind chills of 15 to 25 degrees below 0. Frostbite and/or hypothermia are possible if precautions are not taken. Back to you.
All right, Cameron, thank you. And to Decision 2020 now. It is primary day here in Wisconsin, and in the mayoral race in Appleton, voters today will narrow down the field of 8 candidates to 2 for the general election coming up in April.
And for the first time since 1996, Mayor Tim Hanna is not on the ballot. NBC 26's Matt Jarko joins us live now with more on the candidates seeking to become his replacement. Matt?
Well, Nina, tonight there are 8 candidates hoping to become the next mayor of Appleton. Tomorrow that hope will continue for just 2 of them. And who those are will, of course, be decided by the voters here in Appleton today and into the evening hours. Those voters will see 8 names on their ballot this primary election, and they are in alphabetical order. First, Eric Beach, Marcia Brewer, James Clemens, and Chad Doran, followed by Dana Johnson, Robin Kettleson, Mark Todd, and Jake Woodford. Again, just 2 of those candidates will advance to April's general election, and of course, just 1 will ultimately become mayor. Polls here in Appleton will remain open until 8 o'clock tonight. We expect results to come in shortly after, and that means that we could have our 2 candidates decided by the time NBC 26 News at 10 is on the air. If that happens, keep it right here. We'll have updates and reaction. For now, in Appleton, Matt Jarko, NBC 26.
Matt, thank you. And just a reminder, we will have complete team coverage of Decision 2020, the primary elections, tonight at 10. And when the polls close at 8 o'clock, you can head to our website, NBC26.com, for up-to-the-minute results, not only of the mayor's race in Appleton, but also mayoral contests in Omro, New Holstein, and New London, as well as the state Supreme Court race.
In other news here, a health alert tonight. Another child here in Wisconsin has died from the flu. The Milwaukee Health Department says the child lived in the city of Milwaukee. This is the 3rd pediatric flu death in Wisconsin this flu season, and the CDC says there have been more than 90 pediatric flu deaths nationwide this season. Health officials do say it is not too late to get the flu shot.
A Neenah man is reuniting with his family after being separated for weeks by the coronavirus quarantine.
Sam Roth's wife and 2 children are set to be released from that quarantine tomorrow, so Roth flew out to California today. NBC 26's Ryan Curry talked with him before he left.
They're very excited to see me. I'm excited to see them.
A long journey full of uncertainty will soon be over. Samuel Roth was getting ready this week for a trip to California to pick his family up and hope to return to a normal life.
Quarantine's been nice, but it'll be a good thing when it's over with.
Roth's wife and 2 daughters were visiting family in Wuhan, China, the center of the coronavirus outbreak. His family, along with most citizens in Wuhan, were advised to stay indoors. They did so while waiting for the U.S. Embassy to charter them back to the U.S.
When she was in lockdown in Wuhan, it was, how are we getting to the airport? Once you get to the airport, how do we make sure you're getting on the flight? Okay, where are you going? You're going to March Air Force Base? Nope, going to Travis Air Force Base. Once she was there, though, things kind of settled down.
A 2-week quarantine at Travis Air Force Base would follow, as required by the Trump administration. Roth's family did not experience any symptoms of the coronavirus. Although conditions in the quarantine zone were fine, they say they are ready to get back together once again and put several weeks behind.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster, but at least this roller coaster is coming to what looks like a happy end.
Reporting in Neenah, Ryan Curry, NBC 26.
Thank you, Ryan. Roth's flight left at 5 a.m. this morning. He says he and his family will spend some time together in California before coming home. Well, coming up, Cameron Moreland has your Storm Shield forecast coming up next. Plus, sturgeon spearing numbers are in. We'll show you the latest catch of the day on Lake Winnebago.
Also coming up here, we are 1/4 of the way through 24 hours of giving. Give Big Green Bay continues. We have a live update on donations. Still ahead here.
And now, your Storm Shield forecast with NBC 26 Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland.
We have had only 5 days this entire winter with high temperatures below 20 degrees. Well, we've got 2 more on the way as we head through the next 7 days. Here's a look at your temperature trend for the next week or so. Tomorrow and Thursday will feature high temperatures below 20 degrees. After that, we're going to warm up again. We'll see some 30s return by the weekend. Right now, we are looking at mid to upper 20s across the bulk of the viewing area. Farther north and west behind a cold front, temperatures have dropped into the mid and upper teens. Right now in the valley, the sun has set, but we still have some daylight in the sky. We had tons of sunshine this afternoon. A good opportunity to get out and clear the snow that fell last night. Some very heavy snow amounts in several locations. Totals range from around 1 inch south and east of Lake Winnebago to around 8 inches north and west of the Fox Valley. Some specifics include 8.3 in the Marinette-Menominee area, 6.4 in Green Bay, and about 4 inches in Oshkosh. So far this winter season, we have now picked up 58 inches of snow. Typically for an entire winter season, we pick up 51.4 inches of snow. So we're already above that, and we still have the rest of February, March, April, and May to go, which is typically another 14.5 inches. So if we just see another 14.5 inches, that'll put us up at around 70 to 75 inches for the winter, making this a top 15 or top 20 snowiest winters on record. Right now, we've got a few light snow showers and flurries north and west of Green Bay in association with a cold front that is now moving into northeast Wisconsin. Behind it, we've got high pressure, and that area of high pressure will be our main weather maker here for the rest of the week, giving us lots of sunshine and cold temperatures. All this cold air up across Minnesota and the Dakotas will work in here later on tonight into tomorrow morning with some gusty winds. That means some chilly wind chills are on the way. Once again, we do have a wind chill advisory for Langlade County for tonight into tomorrow morning, but we're all going to be looking at frigid chills. By tomorrow morning, most of us will see wind chills in the teens below zero, and they're going to stay below zero all day long, even with tons and tons of sunshine. High temperatures tomorrow, about 15 degrees below normal for mid to late February. Skycast shows Clear skies tomorrow. We'll have clear skies tomorrow night, and with lighter winds, temperatures will be dropping well below zero. Lots of sunshine on Thursday, but colder. Highs only in the lower to mid-teens. Tonight, look for frigid wind chills with lows around zero. Clear skies after a few flurries. Tomorrow, sunny skies, breezy and cold. My 3-degree guarantee for tomorrow is 15. If I can hit that high within 3 degrees, we will donate $100 to Agape of Appleton. And we did that today. I forecast an early morning high of 33. That high temperature was 33 degrees, which means I've now hit 100 of the last 103 3-degree guarantee forecasts. Quiet weather Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Lots of sunshine. 8 below Thursday morning, and then we'll start to warm up after that. Mid-30s Saturday afternoon, and we'll keep on warming up into Sunday and Monday with upper 30s, close to 40 in a few spots. Really nothing going on except for a slow warm-up after Thursday, maybe some snow coming in late Tuesday.
So we had all that snow, and if you didn't get rid of it, it's so cold now, you probably can't move it till June.
Yeah, it was melting today with the sun, but tonight it's freezing up pretty quickly, and it's going to be there for the next couple of days.
I want you to know I practiced what I preach, and I shoveled around the hydrant again today.
Good for you.
Since we're always talking about that.
Good for you. My husband did the same, because it's a safety measure.
It's the right thing to do.
Well, with only a handful of days left in sturgeon spearing season, I'm going to show you some numbers. Today, fishermen pulled in 17 sturgeon from Lake Winnebago and the upriver lakes, bringing the season total to 566. The largest catch of the day is this monster, speared by Kevin Shady, and it weighs 105.6 pounds.
A big fish indeed.
That is a monster.
Still ahead here, we head over to Lambeau Field, this time for 24 hours of giving.
We realized we wouldn't be in Green Bay if it wasn't for the support of the community over the years.
So Give Big Green Bay going on right now, how it's helping local nonprofits and the numbers so far coming up.
Give Big Green Bay is officially underway. It's 24 hours all about raising money and awareness for local nonprofits.
A whole lot of help. NBC 26's Juliana Falk live at Lambeau Field right now, tracking those numbers. So Juliana, where do we stand right now?
Yes, this all kicked off at noon today, and nearly 1,100 people have already raised more than $500,000. People have been incredibly generous today, and the best news of all is there is still time to donate. Now, 40 different nonprofits are involved in this year's Give Big Green Bay. Of those 40 nonprofits, 60% of them are brand new to the program, which is a great way for them to get more exposure in our community. We talked with the Service League of Green Bay today to hear what this day means to them.
It's such a great opportunity. It's great to be able to work with a lot of other nonprofits and be able to show all of the great work that nonprofits do in our community, to build excitement around the idea that anyone in our community could be a philanthropist if they want to.
She says it also allows the community to connect with nonprofits they might not have ever even heard of before. And there are so many different nonprofits involved in this. For more information on the nonprofits or how you can get involved and donate, you can head to our website, NBC26.com. And remember, this is a 24-hour online event, so you have until noon tomorrow to donate. Live from Lambeau Field, Juliana Falk, NBC 26.
Okay, Juliana, thanks so much, and I am happy to volunteer with one of the nonprofits that is part of Give Big Green Bay this year, and that is Junior Achievement of the Greater Green Bay Area. And today I finished leading a series of sessions at Green Bay's Red Smith School with Mrs. Better's 5th grade class. The sessions were about business, jobs, money, and trade, and Junior Achievement is looking for more volunteers to teach these types of classes.
A lot of people assume that it's business volunteers. That's not necessarily the case. A lot of our volunteers are, but we look for volunteers from all walks of life because the kids need mentors or role models from lots of different careers, lots of different job types.
So again, Give Big Green Bay continues right now. To find out more information about Junior Achievement, whether donating or volunteering, there is a link to the Give Big Green Bay site on NBC26.com. And a big hello and thank you to Mrs. Betters and all of her 5th grade students at Red Smith School. Stay with us here. Sports coming up next.
And now, NBC 26 Sports with Brandon Kinnock.
As spring training begins, the Brewers aren't taking things too seriously. Top of mind for the players today, making some new friends. The team holding its first full squad workout in Phoenix this afternoon with several new faces on the field. Manager Craig Counsell is saying they've got 7 weeks until they play a quote-unquote real game, so the most important thing right now is just getting to know each other.
I talked to a player this winter, and the thing he said that kind of resonated with me, especially at the beginning here, like, this is a great time to make some new friends, you know, so not make it more like complicated than that right now. Like, we're getting to know a lot of new people, new baseball people, new people that we've competed against. It's fun getting to know these guys, and so right now, that's where we're at.
And more baseball news today. The Northwoods League will be taking its product to a minor league stadium for the first time this summer. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders and Madison Mallards will play a game at the Timber Rattlers Neuroscience Group Field in June. It's the inaugural Road to the Show Minor League Classic. The Timber Rattlers own the Dock Spiders. They played a crucial role in organizing this event. The team says it will give fans around the Fox Valley a chance to watch some up-and-coming baseball players. It'll also give those college athletes a minor league experience.
So this gives them that first taste of what it can feel like to get to the locker rooms, to take BP on the field, now to play a game on a minor league field is something I think all the guys at all the Northwoods League are looking to do, and I think the opportunity for the Dock Spiders and Mallards players especially will be a really cool event that we'll be putting on.
Got more info on that on NBC26.com. NFL news today, you are not getting rid of him that easily. Saints quarterback Drew Brees will return for a 20th NFL season. He announced that on Instagram today. The 41-year-old had been contemplating retirement, but says he's looking forward to another run at it. And yes, the Packers do play the Saints next season. That game will be in New Orleans. We'll be right back.
We are following an NBC 26 weather alert. It's a wind chill advisory for Langlade County. That is the only county here in northeast Wisconsin under the advisory, but we're all going to be dealing with frigid wind chills tomorrow morning. Temperatures near zero, gusty winds between 10 and 20 miles per hour will drop wind chills down to around 15 to 25 degrees below zero. The coldest wind chills will be in Langlade County. Make sure you bundle up as you head out the door. Or if you're planning on spearing tomorrow, lots of sunshine, but cold. Temperatures out on the ice only around 15 degrees during the middle of the afternoon.
I feel like you should start layering now.
Yes.
I'm cold just thinking about tomorrow. Thanks for watching us tonight.
Here's what we're talking about on our lineup today. Here on The Now, companies around the world are racing to develop a coronavirus vaccine. We're going to take you inside a lab that thinks they may have done it. And we always hear about the need for blood donations. We're going to introduce you to a group you likely don't think about who especially needs it. And outlet stores are a thing that you can find online now as well. What you need to watch for with these deals to make sure you're really saving money.
It is The Now Wisconsin on a busy Tuesday evening. I'm Nina Sperano. Thanks for checking in. Each year, folks in Ridgeland, Wisconsin throw dozens of chickens off a roof. People stand below, try to catch them. The tradition's been around for more than 30 years, but there's a growing group of people who want the practice stopped. Andrew Kirchhoff reports.
Some say it's nothing more than a harmless small-town tradition.
Everyone just stops you and says nice chicken and stuff like that. It's just a fun time out here.
Others are trying to stop the toss, saying it promotes cruelty to animals.
These chickens are thrown into a crowd. They're terrified, they're scared, they get hurt, and it's just, we don't have to do this to animals in order to have a good time.
This weekend, around 150 chickens were tossed to the crowd. The rule is, if you catch a chicken, you get to keep it.
You gotta like time your jump perfectly and grab a hold of it without trying to like hurt it or anything.
But some chickens do get hurt, according to the animal rights group Milwaukee Animal Save.
A lot of them had major medical issues because of this event. They were really injured. Some of them had to get amputations. A lot of them lost toes and combs and wattles to frostbite.
More than 40 activists from across the Midwest came to Ridgeland to protest the event. Multiple online petitions are calling to end the toss permanently.
There's a lot of fun things that you could do, like you could throw water balloons off the roof, you could throw anything, you know, something that's not alive that has pain receptors and who will get injured and need veterinary care.
But are the protests really necessary? A local man who raises chickens tells us he's not concerned for the animals' safety.
Being a country boy, I know what chickens can do. I pulled them 80 feet out of a tree because they've flown that high.
Many people take the chickens home to live with them.
The chickens we raise die of old age. They're egg layers. We eat their eggs. We feed them properly. We organically feed them. We don't abuse them.
For those who can't take care of the birds, animal rights activists offer to take them, give them medical attention, and find them homes.
He's going to have a forever home at a sanctuary.
I know that the people here are not intending to hurt the birds. I don't think that they're bad people at all. None of us do.
And that's Andrew Kirchhoff reporting. Activists try to stop the chicken toss in court. A judge recently dismissed an emergency injunction to end the event. It's time to get a check on our weather. Now, Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland outside now preparing for some cold temperatures moving in. Cameron?
That's right, Nina. That cold air is pouring in right now with gusty westerly winds close to 30 miles per hour at times. And that cold air is coming in over some fresh snow. We now have about 13 to 14 inches of snow on the ground. That is the deepest snowpack that we have had all winter long. The last time we had anything deeper was early March 2019, and the snowpack is going up because we continue to get more and more snow. Many spots last night picking up about 6 to 7 inches of snow. And now Tubi, as you can take a look here, we're going up. We're up to, let's say, 58 inches of snow now for the winter, and that is above what we typically see during an entire winter. We typically see about 51.4 inches, so we're already 8 inches above that, and from here on out, until about May, we typically see another 15 inches or so. So if we just see the normal amount here for the rest of the winter season, this will be a top 15, top 20 snowiest winter on record. Now, this February is very snowy. You can see that we have picked up 14.9 inches of snow so far this February. Typically for the entire month of February, we would have picked up about 9.9 inches, and we still have the rest of the month to go. It's a leap year, so we get an extra day of February this year, so we'll have to wait and see if we get some extra snow as well. But there is a chance for some snow once again as we head into next week. Speaking of snow, we've got a couple of flurries here right along a cold front that is dropping south and east into the viewing area. Out ahead of it, temperatures are in the mid to upper 20s, but right behind it, temperatures have already dropped down into the mid and upper teens, and that colder weather is going to overspread all of northeast Wisconsin here over the next couple of hours. 25 degrees here on the weather deck. We have westerly winds sustained at around 15 to 20 miles per hour, but we're getting some higher gusts. In Oshkosh, it is 28 degrees with westerly winds once again right around 10 to 20 miles per hour. We do have a wind chill advisory that has been issued here for Langlade County. That is for tonight into tomorrow morning, but we're all going to be looking at some frigid wind chills. Right now, wind chills are still above zero, but in Superior, wind chills have dropped below zero, and I'm thinking most of us by tomorrow morning will be looking at wind chills in the teens below zero, probably 20s below zero near Antigo. All right, tonight, frigid wind chills, overnight lows around zero. After a few flurries this evening, we'll see clear skies. Tomorrow, sunny and cold, a high of only 15, but wind chills will be below zero all day long. Chris?
The World Health Organization making some alarming predictions about cancer. It says over the next couple of decades, there could be a 60% increase in cases worldwide. Poorer and middle-income countries could be impacted the most. The report also mentioned the cost of treatment. It said if governments invested between $3 and $8 per person in cancer resources over the next decade, some 7 million lives could be saved. But the need goes beyond that.
About 25% of our blood supply goes to treat patients being treated for cancer.
The American Red Cross and American Cancer Society have a new initiative to spread the word about how blood donations help cancer patients. In some cancers, blood transfusions are part of a patient's treatment, and healthy blood supports the body as it recovers from chemotherapy.
They do feel much better and feel much stronger, and then that helps them fight their cancer.
You walk in feeling like really run down, but then you walk out maybe 4 hours later, but you walk out and you feel like a new person, like you can actually get up and move and do things again.
Stephanie Perry is a Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer survivor. She relied on regular transfusions, and she was lucky because she was a universal blood donor, blood receiver, but many other cancer patients that she encountered through her journey are not.
The man across from me was waiting on blood, and the man next to me was waiting on platelets. And they were waiting for hours, and they kept asking the nurse, like, where is where is this coming from? You know, like, why can't it be available right now?
The campaign is called Give Blood to Give Time. The hope is that donating blood becomes a meaningful way to honor a loved one who has battled cancer. All right, ahead in our lineup here on The Now, there's new hope for a coronavirus vaccine from a company that developed an Ebola vaccine within 3 months. We're going to take you inside that lab.
A 5G technology is facing backlash by a UW-Madison scientist. He's worried the new cell phone signals will scramble important data that helps forecast weather. Julia Fellow tells us why.
All of this is over tiny droplets in our atmosphere that help meteorologists predict major storms, your 7-day forecast, and even research climate change. These droplets cannot be seen. They're only detected on a single frequency, which will soon be used for 5G. As 5G moves onto the same bandwidth, Jordan Girth says to think of it like an apartment building.
You have one neighbor that is a party animal every night and got loud music, and in the adjacent unit you might have somebody that needs to go to bed early.
In this case, the quiet neighbor is the water droplets, and the 5G is the loud party animal.
They will be blasting out the water vapor signal because otherwise the water vapor signal would interfere with them.
As 5G spreads to more countries, the research meteorologist warns this could become a global issue.
If we were looking at impacts on a 10-day forecast for Wisconsin, a lot of those weather systems are still over Alaska or possibly even over Asia.
Girth hopes telephone companies will keep their signal power down so meteorologists can continue to accurately forecast weather. He warns the full ramifications of sharing the same frequency may not be known for at least a decade.
Let's start the Now newsfeed. It has not been a smooth start for new flip phones on the market. The Samsung and Motorola folding phones are already breaking and scratching. YouTubers who tested out the models revealed flaws of the phones, and these are phones that can go for around $1,300. Would you pay $13 for a box of cereal? General Mills hopes moves like that will increase sales after some rough years in the cereal market. The company hoping its new products will attract more health-conscious people who may have cut cereal from their diet. Well, another step towards space tourism. SpaceX has signed a plan to fly 4 space tourists around the Earth in about 2 years. The deal is with the company Space Adventures, which has used Russian aircraft to take private citizens to space. Well, with the spread of the coronavirus continuing in China, its potential wider spread to the rest of the world, and several companies are racing to try and create a vaccine for it. Maya Rodriguez takes us into one lab where scientists think they may have found one.
Under the fluorescent lights inside these labs, researchers believe they may have cracked the code to create a vaccine for the coronavirus.
You know, it's rapidly evolving.
Dr. Gregory Glenn is the president of research and development at the Maryland-based company Novavax, one of several around the world racing to develop a coronavirus vaccine.
So we have to puzzle solve in vaccines. We think about what do we want to have the immune response target, because that should block the infection or stop the illness, and that's the goal here.
He showed us a 3-dimensional depiction of what the virus looks like.
Coronavirus, corona being crown, has spikes. Those spikes have a very important function. They let the virus bind to a human cell, and then the spike acts like a syringe to inject the genetic material into the human cell.
A vaccine would potentially stop that process, thereby protecting a person from the coronavirus.
We have the vaccine. We're going to move it into animal testing shortly. Our goal is in late spring to be testing humans.
It normally takes about 18 months to get human trials started on a vaccine. This shorter time frame is nothing new to this company. They developed an Ebola vaccine within 90 days